Hello and welcome back. If you have been watching my channel for a little while, you'll see that I have been practicing my flying on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, because it's winter and because the weather has been a bit rubbish, I've had quite a few lessons that have been cancelled due to poor weather, but that's really common this time of year, so that's fine. I went on I thought I had a flying lesson last Thursday, so I drove there. This was the pre-filming. I am on my way to my very first flying lesson. I'm quite nervous, you know. Yeah, I'm very nervous. All right, so I've arrived. To say I'm pooping myself actually really doesn't cover it. I feel really sick. I've actually got, I don't know if you can see them on the back of my neck, travel sickness stickers on there. Due to bad weather, the lesson didn't happen. That's fine. I would rather not fly in bad weather anyway, as you might imagine, with the limited experience I have, which is zero of flying up there. Now, the aim of this is to get my PPL. It's something that I've just really wanted to do for a while. I thought it was really cool. Why not? And I have bought these Meta glasses that I'm going to be filming on. So I've got another flying lesson this afternoon, if I haven't already mentioned that. I'm going to be wearing these, just up in the air at the stick. But yes, my flying instructor is Dave. He is lovely. He's exactly who you would want. He flew for BA for decades, so perfect. Literally who you want teaching you to fly. I don't know if I'll always have Dave, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, so wish me luck, enjoy the filming, and let's hope that this isn't the last video I ever recorded. Oh no, I suppose the last video would be on these actually. But enjoy. Right, this is take 2, I'm back again. It is actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh yeah, you can see the sun. It's a beautiful day. I'm sure my flying instructor will just be so grateful that I'm so colour coordinated. I've also only got this gilet. So I'm really actually quite scared about how cold it will be up there. But yes, I am so excited. I'll see you up there basically. So prior to this point, we'd been taxiing. I'd been learning the rudder pedals, so I've been turning left, right, but now we are literally taxiing, picking up speed. David is showing me all of the controls. I'm not going to lie, I remember the altimeter, the speedometer. What else did I remember? Pretty much nothing else. That's really terrifying. But he did say on my next lesson that we would be learning controls. So we've taken off. I was really nervous. I don't know if you can see at the bottom, my left hand is really squeezing my knee. I was very nervous, very nervous. But you know what, it really actually, I think the thought of it was worse than the actual happening of it, and that doesn't make any sense. But so I was going over my car here, and what he explained to me, and I had him reiterate, I think it was when we were on the runway, that it's basically a glider but with an engine. So if in the event that the engines, you know, were to fail, then we could just at the very least glide down into a field very peacefully, hopefully. And it's kind of at this point that I knew that I'd got the bug. It was a really, as you can see, a really beautiful, crisp afternoon. I think it was about 3:20 in the afternoon by the time we took off, I believe. So the sun, it was, you know, as you can see there, it was getting ready to set. There was hardly any wind, honestly. I don't think I could have picked a better day for my first flying lesson than this one. And this is Dave sort of pointing out the direction that we're going to go in. We're actually going to head towards the coast. I can't remember if that's when he told me this or not. And if you can see down there on the right, he's actually, oh no, he's touching it again, but he had actually sort of let me take control. I mean, it's dual, what's it called? Dual, no, what's the word? Oh, dual control, that's what it was. But yeah, so now it's about I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes later, and so the sun is going down even more. Yeah, so right here, if you can see down on the left, I am completely in control, and he's teaching me how to bank left. It was quite scary. I don't think I got it on film where he got me to pitch down and pitch up. That felt like I was on a roller coaster. And I know yeah, so we're banking right here, but I know in reality we weren't pitching down very much, but it really, really felt like that we were. But honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I didn't appreciate how much control I would have on the first lesson. And again, dual control. So there were times where he was just sort of moving it a bit, and I would always have my hand on my stick, or yoke. I think he called it the stick. But yeah, he would sometimes take back control, but really not very often actually. And I kept saying to him, "Are you sure that you don't want to take more control of this than you are?" We're banking right here, as you can see. We did pitch down a bit. I remember having to correct this, but we are still not at the coast, I believe. I actually spent quite a lot of time looking for my house, but I don't think I ever found it. But here we are coming into land now. What's just so worrying for me about this is that for a really long time, even though Dave kept pointing it out, I could not, for the absolute life of me, see the runway. And then I think when we eventually did, see, if you can see in the middle there, it's just gone now. So it's there. There are two really bright lights just to the left of the middle. That's the runway coming up. But I thought it was going to be a lot brighter, like the actual strip was going to be a lot brighter. And really worryingly, I think I'd have landed on the grass if this was me. And obviously at this point Dave has, I think I did still have control. It's really difficult to see looking back because I always had my hand on the yoke. Oh, okay, can you see the runway coming in a bit clearer now? Those really bright lights now in the middle of the screen on the runway, I really need to understand what they are, because I don't really understand why they are, why there are two random lights on the left. If you are watching this and you do know, please could you comment. But this was the part that I was actually most nervous about, was landing. If I'm flying on a commercial airliner, that's the point that I get most travel sick. So this bit I was really worried about, sorry. But yeah, we are coming in hot, as you can see. But oh my gosh, did Dave do just the smoothest landing, and I had the biggest smile on my face, honestly. It was just amazing, so much fun. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. I have touched down safely. It was amazing. I am praying. This light is so bright, I can't even tell you, that I actually used these correctly. Honestly, I could have a horde of zombies around my car right now and I can't see a thing. All I've got is this massive light. Anyway, it was amazing. I've got another one booked in for the beginning of January. Amazing. Loved it. Loved it.